barbershop.
Yes,
It's a barbershop.
Yes.
I mean, we can't talk street in the barbershop. Then where can we talk street? We can't talk street nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Greetings. Good evening. Welcome to Barbershop Talk with Random-ish. I am your master barber, Rick Kane. I want to say thank you for showing up and showing out for the boys. This ain't nothing but some good old-fashioned barbershop style conversation. In this here barbershop, no conversation is taboo. We have but one rule and one rule only. That's say what you mean what you say, just don't be mean when you say it. Tonight, we are definitely sponsored by Mr. Wayne King himself, who is back in the building. So if the camera look like it might be right, the man is in the building. Mr. Wayne King himself, Mr. Sherman, my big cousin, Mr. Gartrell. We also sponsored by Quinn's Visual Impact. The beautiful flyers that you see every week, it is done by her. I also want to thank Mr. Rick Dunn and MEU Radio Athens for allowing us to be in this space. But I also need y'all to support this space. The initiative, and I promise y'all I will have it at the beginning of the second half of the show so y'all can know where to give so we can keep this going, because this platform is important. And it's important because it's a black man giving to the people of his community that looks like him, me, and you. And what he's done to help these kids become better versions of themselves. So we have to keep this going. We have to do what we need to do as a community, because we know the government is not going to help, or they're trying not to help. And so we have to do what we got to do to take care of ours. So definitely, like I say, I would definitely have that information for us so we can get it out. But tonight is special. Oh, sorry. Chair number one is in the building. The scalper himself. What's good with you, my boy?
I'm good, bro. Glad to be here, man. I just thought about it. This is episode 17, bro.
Yes, sir.
17 weeks at this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Milestone. So, you know,
yes, sir.
We want to just thank everybody for the support.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to keep giving.
Yes, sir. And in a few minutes, I'm going to give y'all a cash out number so y'all can help support this thing. Because we got to keep talking down Random-ish Road. But I need y'all support. I need the help of the community so I can keep helping the community. We also got Mr. Friendly, our friendly poet, the Mr. Post Office himself is in the building.
Yeah.
What's good with you?
Well, just glad to be here. Got my clipper shaped up. Last week we didn't get the cut no hair.
No, we didn't cut no hair last week. No, we didn't cut
I'm excited tonight.
Last week, but man, hey, last week.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
We had some poets in the building, and it was beautiful, man.
We're too busy lusting and loving.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
definitely.
We got our lust and love on.
Yeah.
And Slim Fit the Sensitive is back in the building, baby.
Yeah.
I made it, man. Y'all, shout out to UPS. They let me off early.
Thank you, Appreciate you.
Appreciate what Brown can do for you.
Yes, sir.
What Brown can do for
I
you.
didn't want to miss this one, so I had to get this one in.
Yes, sir. And tonight is special for a few reasons. For one, we going back and taking care of something that we supposed to took care of in January. As part of the New Year's resolution series, one of the most important topics we didn't get to discuss because we had some snow days, and I forgot it was Thursday, and I forgot we supposed to do a show, but so you can blame it on the boy. But we were supposed to get in here and talk about money. Money. But tonight we got two money geniuses in the building. But not only are they money geniuses to the world, they family to us. And I really do think that this is the first time any one of our mothers have been in the barbershop
Yeah.
to actually participate with the conversation in the barbershop. So I mean, one of the mothers that raised us, fed us, clothed us, prayed for us, is in the building, and
Get on that butt.
she got on that butt, get on that butt, and still would lay down the mighty pimp hand, you know, because she had nothing but some boys. So she had to get with us.
Some hard-headed boys.
Yes, sir. It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
It ain't never you.
It ain't never slim. It ain't never slim.
Ain't never him.
It ain't never slim.
Always. Especially the T-Bird days.
I always just put gas in the T-bird. I didn't know where it was going.
Yes, sir.
I'll tell you where you was going. down loop 10 with that tires touching the ground.
I heard that story already. Yes, sir. So I think she was relieved and happy when we brought her some girls, cause she had nothing but some boys to raise. Yes, and with that being said, we also have T1 and T3s in the building. They sitting up here in the background. If y'all see two young ladies in the building. This is a family affair, man. But it's all about community. And tonight, like I said, we're gonna get into this money conversation because everybody wants to know how to make more money, keep the money they have, and be able to use it when they want to use it. And tonight, we have two beautiful young ladies that's gonna tell us how to keep some of this money, or at least find it whenever you're supposed to find it and get it back when you're supposed to get it back. So would y'all please do us an honor of telling us who are y'all and why are you in our barbershop?
Well, my name is Jeanette Butler, and I'm a mother of these boys around this table. They gave me all these headaches all these years and ate up all the
Hot dog.
So she went the same. The freezer was full.
Thank God for saying that.
No.
Yeah.
Chicken nuggets and hot dogs. Yeah, that's
all.
I remember that.
But the rooms was no girls, but I found out there were girls. But anyway, all jokes aside, and I am honored to be here tonight, that you all thought enough of me to come in and talk to you about money. Yeah. What I really do is I teach people how to get rich. But if you don't want to get rich, you don't need to talk to me. Okay? Right. I'm all about people helping themselves and not worried about, because you know what Rick had said, the cavalry is not coming. That's the government.
Yes,
they're not coming. So you have to take initiative on what you can do with your money. You all know you can take your money and you can become a multi-million-dollar person.
Preach.
Debt-free, financially free. Work when you want to work. Go to work because you want to go with those young people so you can stay young. And, you know, you don't have to get up and go to a job. You just go because you want to go to a job. So I've been doing this for a long time, over 30 years. The only thing about it I hate is because I didn't have this information to teach my sons. I only found out this information when my sons graduated from college. Because if I didn't know what I know now, then they would have came out differently. Things would have came out differently. But you know, you're never too late.
No, ma'am.
But you know what? I'm teaching them grands.
Oh, yeah.
And the grand say, well, Mama, Grandma, I don't know how to do it. I said, just do it.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
you're gonna get to the point where you're gonna be able to do it. And one thing about my oldest granddaughter, that's my heart, y'all, and my younger one is too. But anyway, she just followed the lead. I told her back in August, she pulled her financial report, and I told her, I said, girl, you got more money in your retirement than I had when I was 36 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
So, see, the younger you are, the least amount of dollars you have to put in.
Right,
The older you
right.
get, the more dollars you're gonna have to put in. Because I want them to understand that you all retire and you all get ready, not somebody tell you 62, 65, or 67. You make that decision, and we starting now
Yes, ma'am.
while they're young.
Okay.
So that's basically what I do, is I just teach people about money, and I love teaching people about money. A lot of people won't listen.
Yeah. I'm listening.
Hey, it's never too late. It ain't never too
It
late.
ain't never too late to turn in here.
That's why I got a better half. Cause she's all on it. So, mama, this is my baby right here. You talk this, that's my hearing aid right there.
All right.
All right, and this lovely lady beside you, who are you, and why are you in my barbershop?
Well, my name is Cassandra Baker. I am part of Lee's family as well.
Yes,
I'm his
ma'am.
godmother / auntie. Been in his life all his life. And this is my sister friend, my cousin, my ride to die.
All right.
And she told me we were going to do this. and when Ms. Butler said, you going to do? I just say, yes, ma'am.
Huh. Can you hear me, Mom?
Can you hear right now? Until we.
Okay, you good. Well, good. Tax season started January 1. That when folks trying to get that last check, get it cashed. Well, not get it cashed, but they trying to get that last check stub.
Get on advancement.
Yes, sir. Well, okay, invest. That's what they call it. Yeah.
Advancement.
Advancement, yes sir. Because you know you can send it on over the H&R Block and what's the other ones? Rapid refunds
Tax
and
turbo.
tax turbos and
all of.
what?
There you go.
We didn't know we can take it
I
to
didn't know what it is. That's on Lee.
Yeah, that's a Lee problem. Lee, why you didn't tell us? We
Hey,
can't take-
How many
Hey,
years
this
you
y'all
been-
mother
how
too.
many- how
This y'all
many
mother
years-
too, right?
how many-
Sister Baker been doing it for
30 years, right?
over 30 years.
Oh wow.
So I send them over. We got all kind of
And
connections.
believe it or not, Mr. Gartrell here,
Right.
Yeah.
the Wayne King has been doing taxes for well over 30 years too.
Okay.
So we have a plethora of knowledge around us. So now the job is to get the knowledge out to the people.
That's correct.
Mama,
And
Really?
hold on, real quick. First, I'm doing some truth serum. I have told you about this. You just refuse to listen. So don't.
I'll give you half.
Okay.
I'll give you half.
So let's not go there.
Okay. I'll give you half.
All right.
see,
Go ahead.
this part of the problem.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but and I know a lot of people that when as soon as they trying to get out there, get these taxes filed so they can get these refunds back, so they can on the best side catch up on bills. On the other side, plan this next vacation. I guess the first question to y'all would be is, first question I have, is it best to wait till the end of the year to try to get some money back from the government, or is it best to try to get money throughout the year?
To answer your question, it's best to get money throughout the year. You don't want a refund, because a refund, all that is an interest-free loan for the government for 15 months, and they don't give you no interest on the money. So where you're talking about pay the bills, I didn't hear anything about investing in my future. I just heard paying bills. So what we do is we teach you how to pay you first, and then pay everybody else later. Because what happens when we pay you first, when you pay yourself first, you lower your taxes. So now you're in a lower tax bracket. And so now you take that money, what you lowered your taxes with it, now you start building you some wealth. So what the colleges and schools do is they teach people how to be educated workers. They don't teach them about entrepreneurs. Because if you start teaching them about being an entrepreneur, who's going to work in my factory? Who's going to work in my office? So they keep that away from you, and that's why they don't teach it in school. I had a lot of young people when we was going around and asking questions about this podcast. They said, well, why is this not taught in school? I said, because they keep that away from you in school so you can go work with somebody else. You can build wealth with somebody else. And we want to cut that. We want to start building wealth for you and your family.
My grandfather used to tell me, and of course I didn't listen to him, try to save 20% of your income. Pay yourself first. When the first thing you get paid, you pay yourself, and then you take care of your bills. Somewhere along the way, okay, I didn't listen, because I ain't got a dime of that, none of that money. But how do you teach someone, especially from our community, that don't see that? Because they working every day, and every Friday, tomorrow when I get paid, I don't call it payday, I call it bill day. So how do I go from when this check hit my direct deposit to start paying bills? How can I figure out where I can save, or where do I have room to save, or to put some back, or how to pay myself? How?
Well, it's too late when you get on payday.
Yeah.
Because it's already in process, so it's too late for you to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to happen before.
Okay.
In the steps you got to do. So I'm going to let her elaborate a little bit.
Okay.
It's too late.
So how do you start the process so I can start this knowledge before payday to start doing this? How do I begin that?
You start off with do you have a budget?
Okay.
Do you have a budget? That's just a simple question.
101.
Do you have a budget?
Oh, do I have a budget?
Yes, do you have a budget?
I think my wife has a budget.
Do you have a budget? Because if you have a budget, you already know where your money's gonna go before you get the money. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you have it in writing, you know that 10% of what I earn is gonna go into my retirement, and it's gonna go into my investment, because I'm gonna talk about investments a lot tonight. Because we don't have money because we don't invest. Because what we do is we listen to everybody else, and I have this thing about listen to everybody else, because we listen to broke folks. Broke folks can't teach you nothing. All they have is a crab mentality that they in the bucket, they want to pull you back down in the bucket.
Whoa, say that again.
You know?
Crab mentality.
Crab mentality. So what we want to do is we want to fix that problem. And so you first start off with the budget. And so what I usually start off with people is, Aaliyah, what I do, I teach you to do a 30-day spending journal. You write down everything you spend for 30 days. Then we'll come back together and we'll put your budget together. But if you don't never write it down, you don't know where your money goes. You're getting it and spending, getting it and spending, getting it and spending. Just like working and spending, working and spending. It's got to stop somewhere.
Boy, don't nothing open your eyes. And coming from someone who has filed bankruptcy, more than putting down on paper what you have spent in a 30-day period.
I'm scared.
Simple.
Boy, I'm telling you, man, you don't know where your money go until you write it down and see where your money go. You can't just look at your bank statements and your credit card statements at the end of the month. You need to journal where your money go and set your budget based on that. And then when you set your budget, you said, I'm gonna set this aside for my future. It's like she said, you pay yourself first.
Right.
And when I pay, that's why in 4 years, I can step away, and I'm not stressed on car notes, house notes, because I got everything set up and laid. It'll take care of itself. Because after that bankruptcy, I started paying myself first, and I promise I'd never put myself in that position again.
Right. I think probably 100% of people, if they did that 30-day
Oh,
challenge,
man, it'll
would have
be-
sticker shock.
Bro, you do.
You like, whoa.
You do, because you
I
don't
spent this much?
Man, you think that Starbucks
Right.
Right.
grande latte
$2 a day times 30 days or $5
$5, $6, $7 a day,
times 30 days.
30 days a week, and then you set yourself for
Right.
if you don't bring lunch, you go out to eat for lunch every day.
Yeah.
And then if you going out to eat for dinner instead of cooking, man, it add up, bro. It add up.
I might get popped upside the head.
Bruh, just do it for a week, just to prep yourself.
A week is rough.
What it does, it gives you, it doesn't give you that total sticker shock.
Right.
Because if you're not prepared, you do it for a month, you'll jump out a window. Do it for a week and ease into it. Because what you don't want to do is shock yourself to the point where you discourage yourself, and you go, "There's no way I can do this."
Right.
Let's back up a little bit, because we're gonna get back to the intro, because we got we kind of putting the horse before the cart. So let's talk about the intro to taxes. Like, can y'all explain like some of the difference between these forms? Like, explain what a withholding is, a deduction, credits, exemptions, things, etc. Just so the layman person can actually know what we're talking about.
Okay. Withholdings is the income tax that the government, let me back up. Income tax paid to the government by the payer, paid by the payer rather than the payee. The credits are dollar-to-dollar amount taxpayers claims on their return that reduce their taxable income that they owe. A refund is a reimbursement from the taxes you paid, and most people want a big refund. But that goes back to what Ms. Butler was saying. The last thing you want is to get a big tax refund, because that means you let the government hold that money.
Okay.
For
Pay a lot more
15,
to it.
for 12 to 15 months, they did not pay you any interest, but they used your money for everything they wanted to do, and we already know they don't know what to do with our money. And the W-4 form is what generally most people fill out when they go to work, and it tells you how many exemptions you can have, which tells you how much money is not taken out of your check. And there's a formula now. It's different than what it used to be years ago. It used to be you could just go in and say, okay, I want to exempt 7 or 9, and then that gave you all that money back in your check. Now there's a formula that they want you to use that is very confusing. But you can actually exempt your taxes all year long and not pay any income tax if you did not have a prior tax balance the year before, or if you're not expected to have any taxes that year. And what that means is that if for some reason you do wind up getting caught and you do have taxes, you have to pay that whole tax bill at the end of the year when you file your taxes, but you would have kept all your money all year long.
Okay.
Anything, Ms. Butler?
Yes, and so what we do now is the IRS don't want to send you a refund. What they want to do, they want you to break even. You don't owe them and they don't owe you. So the IRS came up with a withholding estimator of the W, and you go put in all your information, and that's going to bring you to the nearest word you owe or your refund at the end of the year. So it just opened up the 30th of January. They renew it every year. So that's going to be the easiest way to understand how much money is leaving your paycheck, is to do that withholding estimator, and it's the IRS form. So we teach that as well.
Where can you find that estimator? Is it on the website or?
IRS.gov
Okay.
or IRS / withholding calculator.
Okay.
And then you just follow the prompts. And then you get a chance to play with that. And you know, because it asks you all of your personal information. And then at the end of it, give you a summary of what you owe. Because most people don't understand what that tax obligation is. So they overpay their taxes because they don't know. And then that's why they end up getting these big refunds at the end of the year. But they struggle all year long, spend all their money, went to their mother's house and asked them for her Social Security money. Now, you know, so we got to get that straight.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and so we start with that W-4 estimator from the IRS.
Okay. Yeah.
Is there a minimal amount of money made per year that requires you to file a tax return?
Maybe.
Yes, there is. And for most people who don't know, you can go to irs.gov. It depends on whether you're single, married, head of household, what's the other one? Surviving spouse. If you go look, then it tells you what it is, how much money you have to make before you have to file. And also, there are a few exceptions, so that if you have interest income that's more than $400 a year, you have to file. You know, even if you don't meet that quota of the total income, but if you get interest income more than $400 for the year, you have to file your taxes.
Okay.
So when we talk about income, can you explain what are the types of income? Just the different types of income when in terms of filing for your taxes. The different types.
We have wages, earned wages. If you work for yourself, then you get a 1099, which is still money, but it's not considered wages. It's what you earn. You have interest, you have dividends, you have royalties. Royalties, you usually, and a lot of people don't understand it because a lot of people don't have it, but usually you get royalties like if you have
Books,
books,
music, because
Yeah.
I have to pay you have to pay royalties on the cut I get from my book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah. If it hits if the royalties hit a certain number, I have to pay taxes on it.
Okay.
Yes, that is very true. And trademarks, if you invent something and you have a trademark, you have to pay.
Okay.
That was one other one that I had.
Yeah, because we have the two. We have the earned income and we have the unearned income. That will equal your total gross income. So your unearned income, that is like the taxable interest on ordinary dividends and capital gain as well. And also on your trust. If you have an unearned trust, then you have to pay. That's unearned income. So the earned income and the unearned income, remember, is equals your gross income. Okay?
Okay.
I was watching an episode of Sanford and Son,
Uh-oh.
and it was tax time. And so Fred, he went down to the hard place and got a receipt. And so he told, I think his name Clown. I can't think of the tax man. He said, what you want me to put down on here? He said, well, put whatever you want, because it's taxes, He said, well, I could put $1 million. You can put about $1 million if you want to. He said, well, I want to be able to cheat on my taxes just like the white folk do. When it comes to tax write-off and deductions, what can be written off?
Business use of your car, business use of your home if you have a business, money that you put in an IRA, money that you put in your health spending account, health savings account, which is why a lot of jobs, if you got somebody there in HR that really know what they're doing, they will encourage you to do that, to use your health savings account. Any penalties on early withdrawals from your savings, student loan interest, teacher expenses. Now that one I have to check on because one time they were talking about doing away with it.
They've done away with some of. My wife is a teacher,
Okay.
So some of it is they've done away with when the Trump tax laws came about. But there's a number, if I'm not mistaken, that you can still go up to.
Okay.
There used to be a higher number
Yeah.
that we could use.
That sounds about right.
And the other thing that I want to piggyback on is, I think, this is just my opinion, everybody in America needs some type of business. Because when you drive your car for 2025 with an intent to make a profit in your business, you get 70 cents a mile. So if you drove your vehicle with 10,000 miles at 70 cents a mile, how much money did you get to lower your taxes? Math people?
7,000.
7,000 would bring your income down by $7,000. We just give away money because we don't understand, because most people, when they start looking at, oh, but you know what, I can't do that because, you know, it's too much into going into business. It's not that. It's just that you listen to what other people say. You don't look at all the advantages of going into business. Why do you think business owners don't pay taxes? They make millions and billions of dollars every year and they don't pay taxes. And someone make $40,000 a year pay more taxes than a business owner.
Yes.
Because they have a business.
And the other thing is that for people who do have businesses, what we get caught up is that we listen to people who don't know what they're talking about. And they tell you, well, you can't file this and you can't file that. If it's a legal business expense, keep your paperwork, document it. Just document your paperwork. That's all you have to do.
So, okay, talking randomish. I pay monthly because I have to upload the program so it can be sent out, but I pay monthly for that. I pay monthly for the chop up so I can make shorts. To go on. So those type things. How do I prove that?
Do you get receipts? Your bank statement? How do you pay for it?
My card.
You keep the credit card.
Yeah.
And then on that credit card statement, highlight it and write what it's for.
Okay.
So to even keep it even simpler, in my econ, what we do, we have a cash flow manager. You just put it in, take a picture of it, throw the receipt away. You know, and that keeps a track of it. So at the end of the year, when you have your tax prepared, all you do is do a printout and you take it to whoever's preparing your taxes. And they're gonna love you for it.
Yeah.
And then that way you keep with all your records. See, what happened is when we are in business as small business owners, we don't understand the importance of record keeping. We just try to go under the table, but when you go up under the table, you lose a lot of deductions by just going up under the table. So if this is a harder thing for us to get people to understand. If you pay somebody $5,000 under the table, you just lost $5,000 of deduction.
Right.
So that they got off easy. The $5,000 that you gave under the table got off easy. So that would have lowered your taxes by $5,000.
If they not gonna show it as income,
Right.
there's no
Right in the
proof.
pocket, right?
Okay. So the website, everything we do for anything we do for advertising
It's deductible.
is deductible.
Okay. Well, I need to make an appointment.
The marketing
Yeah.
deductible.
Mom, I need to make an appointment.
Yeah.
Because we got to talk about some things.
I have a question, actually. You said that you can do away with the receipts if you have it documented on, I guess, yeah.
Yes.
So, say if you're getting audited, wouldn't you need receipts to show proof of?
With the cash flow manager, what you do is you answer all of the IRS questions. Every question they're gonna ask you is on that cash flow manager. And it tells you the date, the time, the amount, who you gave it to, and then you take a picture of it.
So you still got the receipt.
And then you get, and then all you got to do is pull it up and then
Right,
it's all there.
Just make sure you keep that.
And the other thing is, we have had someone at the IRS look at our cash flow manager before we even implemented it. And so long as we keep those records and we follow that, we'll be okay with the IRS. See, most people are afraid of the IRS because they try to steal. But we teach you how to do it honestly. Does it make sense?
Well, speaking of the IRS, I heard on somewhere that with all these budget cuts, there are a lot of people getting fired at the IRS. So if I'm a regular everyday Joe Smo and I just file my taxes and I'm looking to get this refund back, is that going to affect? Is these firings and laid offs and is that going to hinder or slow down me getting back my money?
I can answer that question.
Yes.
You're gonna have people. How they gonna prepare your taxes? I mean, how they gonna process it?
And see, what we have to realize, if you think back, it was only like, 10, 15 years ago, they had to go out and hire all these people who had no tax experience at all because behind the same thing. So, you finally have these people who went to work for the IRS. They've been there for 10, 15 years. They've gained this knowledge.
Got them trained and taught.
Yeah. So, but now you firing the people that know what they're doing.
Yes.
So anybody that you put in there, they're not gonna know. And what a lot of people don't realize is that now I'm an accountant by education. Most accountants, CPAs, know absolutely nothing about taxes.
Wow.
Taxes is kind of a separate little nook by itself.
Wow.
If you what makes sense in everyday accounting doesn't necessarily make sense in
Tax law.
Right.
Wow. See, cause your normal thinking is, if my cousin is an accountant, they can do my taxes.
Right.
But no. Because in accounting you specify. You become what is my specialty. Just like, actually I've been in tax preparation 40 years. So when I did it on a regular basis, I loved truck drivers and small businesses. And I was with Jackson Hewitt over 20 plus years. Because I was there when he got there. And in the office I was in, I was the main person who did the truck drivers and who did small businesses. Because most people couldn't stand truck drivers. But when you go to CPAs or when you go to accountants, they have their specialty. And most of them are either in investment or some business, you have some that's in businesses, but they usually do large businesses. And I've had accountants to tell me in conversations when talking about small businesses, but you can't take that. Yes, you can. It's a legal deduction. I just have to document it and keep my information on file. But they would tell you, you can't claim that. And when we first started doing home-based businesses, they would tell people, that ain't nothing but a scam. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not a scam. It's a legal business.
But that scam got me rich.
Talking pop and collar, mama.
I got a question. I know she brought up Jackson Hewitt, and I would say TurboTax and a lot of these other tax preparation business out here. Could y'all say something to the community about, are these, well, first of all, I'm pretty sure they're quote unquote legit, but are they in it for themselves to make their income from our community, and are there other broader people that we can go to like yourselves to go to and do our taxes?
That's a twofold question because like any business, they're in it to make money for themselves.
Right.
But for the most part, they're legit. Unlike a lot of the businesses you could go, mom and pop businesses, or even some around here, they're in it to make money, but they're not necessarily filing like they should file.
Right.
And the thing about it, when you do go through, and I'm not pushing them over anybody else. I'm just saying, if you go to somewhere like Jackson Hewitt or H&R Block, which is not my favorite, but they've been in it for years, or even what's the other one?
TurboTax.
Tax layer.
Tax shelter. And even TurboTax. When you go through those kind of companies, you got some kind of recourse because they have a corporate.
That's what I was going to ask.
So if something happens, and we've had it happen, at Jackson Hewitt, where some of the preparers through the years have done some things, and they've come back to us because at one point I was office supervisor, and we took it to corporate, regional. You got recourse. Now, if you go to Uncle Sam over there, not. Sorry.
It's all right. I'm be Uncle Sam. Right.
But if you go to Uncle Junebug over there and he does taxes, and he really doesn't know what he's doing, and he mess up your money, and first of all, 9 times out of 10, he doesn't have a pt1. So he's not registered with the IRS as being a legal tax preparer. When you get audited, you don't have anybody that's gonna go to, with the IRS with you. When you go through those kind of companies, even if it's not the person there in that local office, they have a person that will talk to the IRS with you and will even go to the IRS with you.
Okay.
So that is the only.
Let me just piggyback on that for just a second. If you are audited, only send what they ask for. No more and no less. You just, whatever they ask for, that is what you send. I have been audited. I think I've been audited 3 times. And I just sent what they asked for, because that's what they looked for, and then I was okay. So I didn't end up having to owe anything. Does that make sense? So don't be afraid of an audit. Just keep good records. Because you know what? Everybody got this audit people as like a big bad wolf. No. If you have your information and everything together, you're okay.
Hey, Godmother, since you worked at with Jackson here, right? I think Sam was kind of alluding to this. So when he said legit, I guess I interpret he's saying, okay, are they hourly employees or do they get a special kickback if they don't get as much money for the client and let the government keep the rest? So that's I guess that's what he's kind of getting at.
Well, no, that's not how it works. They are an hourly employee.
Right.
And at the end of the year, they get a bonus from the company, but they don't get a kickback from the government.
Okay.
Because first thing is they don't want to get messed up with the government, and they don't want to have to pay all those fines because the government is very strict when it comes to those kind of companies. And to the preparers. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you're fined.
Yes. Big time.
Okay, I think this is a moment where we can take a little break, get some water, go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I got some questions when we come back.
I got some questions.
About retirement.
Yes, sir. We gonna take a we almost there. We almost at retirement. Yes, sir.
I retire every afternoon.
I know. Mama, I don't think you gonna ever retire. I don't know what she waiting on. I don't know what she gonna. I don't believe she gonna retire.
She doing what she love.
Love it.
She doing what she love.
I don't do what I love.
Well, see,
Neither do I.
this is something that I love. And if I can figure out a way to do this, I would, like I told y'all before, the last time I turned the mic off would be the last time I do anything ever.
We told you about that.
Yeah.
Go to break.
Hey, y'all, we're gonna take a quick break and we come back.
You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna get more into these taxes and retirement and things. So we will be right back.
You gonna play the ad?
Yeah, because I got some TSP.
Other questions on how they gonna tax this money that I already done paid taxes on.
Ms. Butler, your expert.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah.
It's some no on this. I got 3 on it, so it should last us the whole.
Yes.
If I did a week journal on how much money,
I get.
oh my God, just do it. I'm scared to show you.
Because you know, I've been trying to work 10 years, 20 years.
Man.
I didn't Rick, because Rick wasn't around, because Rick went to Atlanta.
They want some slick haters.
It ain't too late.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Wing King. Wing King food truck coming to a town near you. Follow us on Facebook, IG, and TikTok. It's love and first bite.
Then I ain't touching the TNT. I just need to know what stash you can.
For your next party, shop Paul Family Party Rentals for inflatables that can be used wet or dry, starting as low as $150. They also offer cotton candy and popcorn machine rentals. For more information, contact Clint Eccles at 706-351-7276. Again, shop Paul Family Party Rentals or contact Quinn Eccles at 706 351-7276.
This is the cash flow manager. And then you go in and you just put in whatever you need.
I didn't see.
Like this is right here. I
I'm
can
sorry,
see
I'm sorry.
everything.
I'm sorry, guys. I ain't said that was Sherman.
Everything is all I do is like this right here.
Hey, I put my disclaimer in early. When you got here.
Just give me 7% a mile for driving my business, so I keep my miles. So everywhere I go, it's a business mile.
You can't
You
decide
know,
where
I have to tell somebody what I do.
ball head got cold.
Yeah, it's a
So
thing right
every
there.
time I go out and read or do a
Show
open
right
mic, I can do the mile.
And I didn't, I wrote it.
Well, I'm about
And then
to.
I
I'm about
was
to.
gonna
I
type
just
it up,
got
and I
my
went to
website.
church,
Get
and
my
other folks came out there.
Get my business.
And I didn't,
I mean,
And then
it
so-
ain't too late to
Ask some
get
questions,
away.
so
Oh, no.
not about this, but, you know,
See, that's
just.
where we go in and take a picture.
Okay.
And then you
Y'all
just
kill
kill
it.
it.
Upload it right here.
Y'all kill it.
I look over it, and I get back to mine. Okay,
We
it's
have
right
the,
here, but anyway, that's a picture, right there. So you keep up with all that.
Still working on it. We started
photographs, and I
No,
just
we were starting.
Right,
Right, in education.
And look at
I look at it every day.
your
Videos, all that.
expense. They give you two. They give you a standard,
You started there?
or they give you mileage.
Okay, I mean,
You take the
you gonna take
actual,
somebody
that means
every
they take
paycheck.
care of everything with the car. And then, or you can take the 7%. 7% miles.
Most of the time, it's more than that.
It is. It is. But see, we don't understand it. We drive a vehicle. See, what you're supposed to do is when you got your vehicle,
That's why when you said it,
Oh.
I said, Brittany,
and then you take that and you write off that.
I thought you said
Because whatever, if you have
No,
your
man,
vehicle
no,
and
like,
you're
I
paying
have
interest
been
on it,
buried in
whatever percentage you use your business, you
I'm not trying to
multiply that by whatever percentage. So if you got a $1,200 interest at the end of the year and you do 65% of your business, then the other part of it is right off. So they bought my cars. So anyway,
They finna pay for these.
Yeah.
yep, using these.
So how your journal look?
Oh, somebody just texted me that was on the podcast.
oh,
My be on it at work.
Nice. I need to thank, text Ben and remind him.
That blue is right there.
Yes, are you on commercial? Yes, we on break.
See, I can't afford that now.
You know how much that best pay?
How much?
You don't want.
Yeah, I can't afford
I'll
those.
tell you later.
I can't afford those.
I'll tell you later. So if I
Hey, Lee.
wrote
Me
it
and
down, I
Adrian
gotta
doing-
be honest
Oh,
about
that's
everything, right? Like every single penny that I can't do notes.
What you need notebook for?
You gotta have a pencil first.
What you need notebook for?
30-day journal.
Yeah, because my granddaughter know all about the 30
Why
days.
you just can't do it on your
I
phone?
want
One
to
thing
ask
called
for
notes.
Or even now.
You
You
can.
can.
We supposed to be on.
It's not
You see
cheap.
that way.
We
It's
on
not
break.
cheap. You gotta sit down,
Hey,
paper, pencil.
she's still here.
And they